Caddy Speed Links are approved by safety organizations such as ANSI and OSHA. They are manufactured from high-quality materials and adhere to strict manufacturing standards. The design aims to prevent accidental disconnection. These speed links provide fast and secure cable connections. Their ease of use extends to tight spaces. They can withstand high pulling forces and vibrations. While generally reliable, there have been some reported failures of Caddy Speed Links, although these are rare. Most failures stem from a few key causes. Firstly, incorrect installation is a primary factor. The links must be properly aligned and tightened to ensure a secure connection. Secondly, overloading can lead to failure. The links should not be used to support loads exceeding their specified capacity. Thirdly, environmental factors can play a role. Extreme temperatures, moisture, or exposure to certain chemicals can compromise the strength and integrity of the links. To ensure safe and reliable use, several recommendations should be followed. 1. Ensure proper installation by qualified personnel who are familiar with the product and its installation requirements. 2. Inspect the links regularly for any signs of damage or wear, such as cracks, corrosion, or deformation. 3. Never overload the links beyond their rated capacity. Always adhere to the manufacturer's guidelines regarding load limits. 4. Consider the environmental conditions in which the links will be used. Avoid using them in extreme temperatures, excessively moist environments, or areas where they may be exposed to corrosive chemicals. User feedback generally indicates that Caddy Speed Links are considered a safe and reliable method for connecting cables. They find widespread use in various industries, including electrical, telecommunications, and construction. Always refer to the manufacturer's instructions and observe proper safety precautions when using Caddy Speed Links. Proper installation is crucial for the safe and effective use of Caddy Speed Links. Ensure that all personnel involved in the installation process are adequately trained and understand the manufacturer's instructions. Incorrect installation can lead to loose connections, reduced load capacity, and potential safety hazards. Regularly inspect Caddy Speed Links for any signs of damage or wear. Look for cracks, corrosion, deformation, or any other indications that the link may be compromised. Damaged or worn links should be replaced immediately to prevent failures and ensure safety. Overloading Caddy Speed Links can lead to catastrophic failures. Always adhere to the manufacturer's specified load limits and avoid using the links to support weights exceeding their rated capacity. Consider the environmental conditions in which Caddy Speed Links will be used. Extreme temperatures, moisture, and chemical exposure can all affect the performance and lifespan of the links. Select links that are appropriate for the specific environmental conditions. Maintain a clean and organized work area when installing and using Caddy Speed Links. This will help to prevent accidents and ensure that the links are properly installed and maintained. Use the correct tools and equipment when working with Caddy Speed Links. Avoid using makeshift tools or equipment that could damage the links or compromise their performance. Follow all applicable safety regulations and guidelines when working with Caddy Speed Links. This includes wearing appropriate personal protective equipment such as gloves and eye protection. Keep detailed records of all Caddy Speed Link installations, inspections, and maintenance activities. This will help to track the performance of the links over time and identify any potential problems. Regularly review and update your safety procedures for working with Caddy Speed Links. This will help to ensure that your procedures are up to date and that all personnel are aware of the latest safety guidelines. By following these recommendations, you can help to ensure the safe and reliable use of Caddy Speed Links. This will protect workers, prevent accidents, and ensure the long-term performance of your electrical systems. When installing Caddy Speed Links, make sure the cable is properly prepared. This includes stripping the insulation to the correct length and ensuring that the conductors are clean and free of any debris. Use a crimping tool that is specifically designed for use with Caddy Speed Links. This will ensure that the connection is secure and reliable. After crimping the link, inspect the connection to make sure that it is properly made. Look for any signs of damage or deformation. Test the connection to make sure that it is carrying the proper amount of current. Use a multimeter to measure the voltage and current at the connection. If the connection is not carrying the proper amount of current, it may be loose or damaged. If you find any problems with the connection, repair it immediately. A loose or damaged connection can be a safety hazard. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions when installing and using Caddy Speed Links. The manufacturer's instructions will provide specific information about the proper installation and use of the links. If you have any questions about the installation or use of Caddy Speed Links, contact the manufacturer or a qualified electrician. Do not attempt to install or use Caddy Speed Links if you are not qualified to do so. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is important to be properly trained and qualified before performing any electrical work. Regularly inspect Caddy Speed Links for any signs of damage or wear. If you find any damage or wear, replace the link immediately. Damaged or worn links can be a safety hazard. Keep Caddy Speed Links clean and free of debris. Debris can interfere with the proper operation of the links and can lead to corrosion. Store Caddy Speed Links in a dry place. Moisture can damage the links and lead to corrosion. Do not overload Caddy Speed Links. Overloading the links can cause them to fail, which can be a safety hazard. Use Caddy Speed Links only for their intended purpose. Do not use them for any other purpose. When using Caddy Speed Links, always wear appropriate personal protective equipment such as gloves and eye protection. This will help to protect you from electrical shock and other hazards. Be aware of the potential hazards associated with electrical work. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is important to be aware of the potential hazards before starting any work. Follow all applicable safety regulations and guidelines when working with Caddy Speed Links. This will help to ensure your safety and the safety of others. Caddy Speed Links are a safe and reliable way to connect cables, but it is important to follow all of the safety precautions listed above. By following these precautions, you can help to ensure your safety and the safety of others. Remember to always energize the circuit before working on any electrical equipment. This is the most important safety precaution that you can take. Use a voltage tester to verify that the circuit is de-energized before you start working on it. Wear rubber gloves and safety glasses when working on electrical equipment. This will help to protect you from electrical shock and other hazards. Never work on electrical equipment when you are wet or standing in water. This can increase your risk of electrical shock. Be careful when working around overhead power lines. Stay at least 10 feet away from power lines. If you are working on a ladder, make sure that the ladder is stable and that it is not touching any power lines. If you are working on a construction site, be aware of the location of underground utilities. Call the utility company before you dig to make sure that you do not hit any underground utilities. If you are working in a confined space, make sure that the space is properly ventilated. This will help to prevent you from breathing in harmful fumes. If you are working with flammable materials, take precautions to prevent fires. Keep flammable materials away from heat and sparks. Have a fire extinguisher nearby in case of a fire. If you are working with chemicals, read the safety data sheet for the chemical before you use it. The safety data sheet will provide information about the hazards associated with the chemical and how to protect yourself from those hazards. If you are injured on the job, report the injury to your supervisor immediately. Get medical attention if necessary. By following these safety precautions, you can help to prevent accidents and injuries on the job. Caddy Speed Links offer a convenient and efficient way to make electrical connections, but proper installation and usage are paramount. Firstly, always consult the manufacturer's documentation for the specific Caddy Speed Link model you are using. Different models may have different load capacities, installation procedures, and environmental limitations. Secondly, ensure that the wires or cables you are connecting are properly sized for the intended application. Using undersized wires can lead to overheating and potential fire hazards, regardless of the quality of the connector. Thirdly, before making any connections, always energize the circuit. Verify that the power is off using a reliable voltage tester. Never work on live circuits. Fourthly, when installing the Caddy Speed Links, use the correct tools. Some models may require a specific crimping tool to ensure a secure and reliable connection. Using the wrong tool can damage the connector and compromise its performance. Fifthly, after making the connection, visually inspect it to ensure that the wires are properly seated and that the connector is securely fastened. Gently tug on the wires to confirm that they are firmly held in place. Sixthly, protect the connections from environmental factors. If the connections are exposed to moisture, corrosion, or other harsh conditions, consider using weatherproof connectors or enclosures. Seventhly, periodically inspect the Caddy Speed Links for any signs of wear, damage, or corrosion. Replace any damaged connectors immediately. Eighthly, train all personnel who will be installing or working with Caddy Speed Links on the proper installation procedures and safety precautions. Ninthly, when selecting Caddy Speed Links, consider the specific requirements of the application. Factors to consider include the voltage and current rating, the wire gauge, the environmental conditions, and the required level of reliability. Tenthly, if you are unsure about any aspect of the installation or usage of Caddy Speed Links, consult a qualified electrician or electrical engineer. Furthermore, it's important to note that while Caddy Speed Links can save time and effort compared to traditional wiring methods, they are not a substitute for proper electrical design and installation practices. Always follow all applicable electrical codes and regulations. For example, National Electrical Code NEC Article 310.15 addresses the ampacity of conductors and must be considered when selecting the appropriate wire size and connector. In addition, NEC Article 110.3b requires that all equipment be installed and used in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. Understanding the limitations of Caddy Speed Links is also crucial. They may not be suitable for all applications. For example, they may not be appropriate for use in hazardous locations or in high vibration environments. In such cases, more robust connection methods may be required. Regular maintenance and inspection are essential for ensuring the long-term reliability of Caddy Speed Links. This includes periodically checking the connections for tightness, looking for signs of corrosion or damage, and testing the connections to ensure that they are carrying the proper amount of current. When troubleshooting electrical problems, always check the Caddy Speed Links first. A loose or corroded connection can be the source of many electrical issues. Remember that safety is always the top priority when working with electricity. Take all necessary precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock and other hazards. Following these guidelines will help to ensure that Caddy Speed Links are used safely and effectively. Always prioritize safety, proper installation, and regular maintenance to maximize the benefits of this technology.